Anselmus Proslogium, or Discourse on the Existence of God. Chapter 25. What goods and how great belong to those who enjoy this good. Joy is the multiplied in the blessed from the blessedness and joy of others. Who shall enjoy this good, and what shall belong to him, and what shall not belong to him? At any rate, whatever he shall wish shall be his, and whatever he shall not wish shall not be his. For these goods of body and soul will be such as eye had not seen, nor ear heard, neither has the heart of man conceived. Isaiah chapter 64 verse 4. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 9. If beauty delights thee, there shall the righteous shine forth as the sun. Matthew chapter 13 verse 43. If swiftness or endurance or freedom of body, which now can withstand, delight thee, they shall be as angel of God, because it is sound as natural body, it is raised as spiritual body. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 44. In power certainly, though not in nature. If it is a long and sound life that pleases thee, the healthful eternity is, and eternal health. For the righteous shall live forever. Wisdom, verse 15. And the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. Psalm chapter 37, verse 39. If it is satisfaction of hunger, they shall be satisfied when the glory of the Lord had appeared. Psalm chapter 15, verse chapter 17, verse 15. If it is quenching of thirst, they shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of the house of thy house. Psalm chapter 36, verse 8. If it is melody, there is the chorus of angels sing forever before God. If it is any not impure, but pure pleasure, thou shalt make them drink of the river of thy pleasure, O God. Psalm chapter 36, verse 8. If it is wisdom that delight thee, the very wisdom of God will reveal itself to them. If friendship, they shall love God more than themselves, and one another as themselves, and God shall love them more than they themselves, for they love him and themselves and one another through him, and he himself and them through himself. If concord, they shall all have a single will. If power, they shall have all power to fulfill their will, as God to fulfill his. For as God will have power to do what he wills to himself, so they will have power to him to do what they will. For as they will not will aught else than he shall will whatever they will, and what he shall will cannot fail to be. If honor and riches, God shall make his good and faithful servants rulers over many things. Luke chapter 12, verse 42. Nay, they shall be called sons of God and gods, and where his sons shall be, there they shall be also. Heirs indeed of God, and joint heirs with Christ. Romans chapter 8, verse 17. If true security delights thee, Undoubtedly, they shall be assured that those goods, or rather that good, will never and in no wise fail them, as they shall be assured that they will not lose it of their own accord, and that God, who loves them, will not take it away from those who love him against their will, and that nothing will powerful than God will spare him from them against his will and theirs. But what or how great is the joy, where such and so great is the good heart of man, needy heart, head acquainted with sorrow, nay, overwhelmed with sorrows. How greatly wouldst thou rejoice, if thou didst abound in all these things. Ask thy inmost mind whether it could contain its joy over so great a blessedness of its own. Yet assuredly, if any other whom thou didst love altogether as thyself possess the same blessedness, thy joy will be doubled, because thou wouldst rejoice not less for him than for thyself. But if two or three or many more had the same joy, thou wouldst rejoice as much for, for each one as for thyself, if thou didst love each as thyself. Hence, in that perfect love of innumerable blessed angels and sainted men, where none shall love another less than himself, every one shall rejoice for each of the others as from himself. If then the heart of man will scarce contain his joy over his own so great good, how shall it contain so many and so great joys? And doubtless, seeing that every one loves another so far as he rejoices in the other's good, and as, in that perfect felicity, each one should love God beyond compare, more than himself and all the others with him, so he will rejoice beyond reckoning in the felicity of God more than in his own and that of all the others with him. But if they shall so love God with all their heart, and all their mind, and all their soul, that still all the heart, and all the mind, and all the soul shall not suffice for the worthiness of this love. Doubtless they will so rejoice with all their heart, and all their mind, and all their soul, and all their heart, and all the mind, and all the soul shall not suffice for the fullness of their joy.